three, four, five.
Roberto Espinal is a man who, at the age of 35, moved to the United States in order to afford a living for his daughters in Honduras. In Honduras, he was enrolled in the Air Force and learned to be an aircraft mechanic. The poor economy in Honduras made him move to the United States. He now works for the company who needs maintenance in this type of field. He was the only qualified and willing person to do this job. United States is a powerful country whose economy is at a different level. Economy opportunity is one of the major reasons on why people migrate to the United States. Immigrants are a benefit to the U.S. economy because they provide low-skilled labor at a low cost. First, I'll tell you about how immigrants benefit GDP. Second, I'll tell you about how immigrants do not take away jobs from native-born Americans. And last, how even illegal immigrants pay taxes in order to benefit the U.S. economy. Let me start by telling you how immigrants are a benefit to the economy. Immigrants are a benefit to the economy because they contribute to the large GDP. Legalization on immigrants is a key point to this subject. If we legalized immigrants, GDP would increase. According to the article titled Legalization of Unauthorized Immigrants Would Benefit to the U.S. Economy, legalizing the workers who are currently illegal would add an amount of $1.5 trillion to the U.S. GDP. This is because legal immigrants make higher salaries than illegal immigrants, and that additional money is used to buy houses, cars, groceries, etc., all to benefit the U.S. economy. The more money there is, the higher the GDP goes. Moreover, according to an article titled Study Shows No Evidence for Substitutability of U.S. Workers, a study conducted by a professor from Sonoma State University found that immigrants do not harm the U.S. economy. Instead, they actually contribute to a modest increase in annual income for the citizens and non-citizens. Now, let me clarify the rumors of immigrants taking away jobs from native-born Americans. The issue of immigrants taking away jobs has been an issue that has polarized the country, especially after the 2016 elections. Immigrants do not take away jobs, instead, they create more. Unemployment in November 2016 was 4.6% and it has been the lowest since July 2007. Moreover, in Sonoma State University study, it was found that immigrants keep coming to the United States because the citizens provide them with jobs. Immigrants do not take away jobs, instead they fill the gaps, taking most of the housekeeping and gardening jobs. The article 5 Reasons Why Immigrants Do Not Take Native Jobs points out that immigrants increase production, create self-employment, and also accept jobs that native workers do not want to do anymore. Immigrants' presence increased the demand in the economy, causing new businesses to open, and at the same time, a greater supply of workers helped native-born Americans to prosper. Last but not least, let me tell you about how even undocumented immigrants pay taxes. Immigrants pay sales tax just as everyone else. Immigrants pay taxes in form of sales tax and property tax. An article published by the Institute of Taxation and Economic Policy points out that undocumented workers pay income tax. They also benefit the economy because undocumented immigrants paid over $11 billion in taxes in 2010, contributing to state and local economies. Many immigrants are not allowed to use social services, even though they also help pay taxes. I hope I have convinced you that immigrants will not harm the economy. First, I told you about how immigrants benefit GDP. Second, I told you about how immigrants do not take away jobs for native-born Americans. And finally, I told you about how even illegal immigrants pay taxes in order to benefit the U.S. economy. Roberto Espinal is an immigrant in the United States who has been contributing to the U.S. economy. does not take away jobs for Native born Americans, and pay taxes. I know this because he's my uncle. I invite you to support laws that will allow progress for immigration. Thank you.
One, two, three, 4, 5,